If you like throwing away money, then this video is just simply not for you. But if you're open-minded enough to stay with me till the end, I'm gonna show you why it's actually better to purchase now while interest rates are high rather than waiting for them to come down. And before we can get into this analysis, we have to understand what's happening in the current market and how that market will change when rates do come down. So the current market looks something like this. You have buyers who are ready, willing, and able to purchase a home. But the problem is there's not enough inventory to meet this demand. So because of this, prices have continued to go up. And this is all happening while interest rates are high. Now, let's look at the flip side. What happens when interest rates come down? Well, yes, you will get more inventory, but you're also going to get the market flooded with buyers. And so what happens here is the prices will drive up even further. Now, in order to actually break this down numerically, we have to look at a few different scenarios. So let's check them out. Now, this is a real scenario that I just prepared for a client. This is in DuPage County where I'm located, and they were looking at purchasing a house for $529,000 and putting 20% down. They could lock in a rate of 7%. Now, their objection was that if they just wait for rates to come down, it'll be cheaper. Now, here's the short-sighted thinking. Short-sighted thinking says that you will simply look at the interest rate. In this scenario, let's say it was 7% compared to being able to lock in at 6% 6 months down the road. Then you look at the difference in monthly payment and you calculate your savings. So there's no denying. You would save $221 per month. And if you waited 6 months and if rates came down a full percentage point, which trust me, I would be so happy if they did, you're looking at savings of $1,326 over the course of those 6 months. But here's where you're making the mistake. You're not factoring in what is going to happen over the course of the next 6 months. So the first thing is that the home is going to appreciate. It's going to go up in value. So you're going to miss out on this appreciation. Just how much? $11,932. And these numbers didn't just come out of my pocket. These are based on historical averages in DuPage County. The next thing you're going to miss out on is the loss in amortization. This simply comes from you making 6 months worth of mortgage payments. You're going to pay down over $2,000 of principal during that time. So the cost of waiting is just over $14,000. But we just said that you're going to have some savings from having a cheaper monthly payment. So we want to deduct out that $1,326 that you'll save over the 6 months. And then you know what? You're also going to refinance if rates do come down a full point. So let's also throw that cost into this analysis. And even with your cost of refinancing to a lower rate, you are still leaving $9,718 on the table by waiting 6 months, even if the rates come down a full percentage point. Now, let's say that you feel good that rates are going to get even better if you wait a year. So good that you think they're going to come all the way down to 5.5%. Again, I would love nothing more than this to happen. So let's compare the difference in our monthly payment. You can see that you're going to save $340 each month. No denying that. Over the course of a year, this is over $4,000. But you already know we have to look at what else is happening, what we're giving up by waiting. So if we do that, you could see that we're losing out on over $16,000 in property appreciation. Next, because we would have made an entire year's worth of mortgage payments, we're missing out on almost $4,300 in amortization that comes from paying the principal down on our loan. So our cost of waiting is $20,413. However, as you know, we have to factor in the difference in payment that we'll save over the course of the year. Additionally, we know we're going to refinance, so we also want to factor in that additional $3,000. And even with all of this, you're still leaving money on the table. It's costing you $13,333 to wait until interest rates come down a full 1.5 points. Don't do it. Are you getting the theme yet? Now let's get even crazier. Let's say we're going to wait 2 years and that rates are going to come down 2 full percentage points, all the way from 7% down to 5%. You know the drill. We look at the difference in our monthly payment, we see what we save over the course of a month, and then we take that out over 2 years. But What are we giving up in the process? Well, in the process, we're losing out on $39,181 in property appreciation. Additionally, we're going to be making payments for 2 years and pay down almost $9,000 worth of principal. So our cost of waiting is $48,090. But we have to factor in those 2 years of savings as well as our cost to refinance. And you'll see that even with rates coming down 2 full percentage points, you are still leaving money on the table. You are leaving $36,000 and change on the table by waiting for 2 years for rates to come down 2 full percentage points. Now, this is the last one, I promise. Let's say that we think rates are going to come all the way back down to 4.5% in the next 3 years. Yes, I would love this. I would love nothing more. I wish they would go even lower, but I think this is a realistic target. So, we look at the difference in our monthly payment. We see that we could save $415 by waiting. Over the course of 3 years, this is almost $15,000. But in the process, what we've done is we've lost out on massive home value appreciation. Additionally, we've lost out on 3 years of paying down principal on this loan, and we've left $77,000, 61. That didn't make sense, but I'm gonna keep going with this. $77,000. Then we're gonna factor in those 3 years of savings from having a lower interest rate and the cost of our refinance. So our true cost of waiting 3 years for rates to come down 2.5 percentage points is almost $60,000. If you are on the fence about purchasing now, hopefully that analysis helped bring some clarity to your own situation. If you have further questions or you'd like to see specifics about something you're considering buying, drop me a message and I'd love to connect with you further. If you have future topics you want to learn about, you know what to do. We'll see you on the next one.